Hello friends and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy and I'm an ordained minister and we are in Bible study. We are in the King James Version of the Bible and we are in the Gospel according to St. Luke, picking up where we left off yesterday. And so that means we are starting at verse 22 and going until verse 40. So let's jump in. And now it came to pass on a certain day that he went into a ship with his disciples, and he said unto them, Let us go over onto the other side of the lake. And they launched forth. So you're doing like, rowboat kind of thing. And as they sailed, he fell asleep. And there came down a storm of wind on the lake. And they were filled with water, and they were in jeopardy. And they came to him and awoke him, saying, Master, Master, we perish. Then he rose, and he rebuked the wind and the raging water, and they ceased, and there was calm. And he said unto them, Where is your faith? And they, being afraid, wondered, saying one to another, What manner of man is this? For he commandeth even the winds and the water, and they obey him. So some part of them is still wondering if is he a human or not? Because how did he get this power? And it is not normal for a human to be able to control the weather. That's truthful. And they arrived at the country of, the way they have it spelled here, Gadarenes, which is over against Galilee, Gardenese. And when they went forth to land, there met him out of the city a certain man, which had devils a long time, and wear no clothes, neither abode in any house, but in the tombs. But when he saw Jesus, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of God Most High? I beseech thee, torment me not. So he's possessed by demons, but he can enter a graveyard, enter tombs. So that means the tombs are not consecrated. Understand that. So, for he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man, for oft times it had caught him, and he was kept bound with chains and in fetters, and they brake the bands, and was driven of the devil into the wilderness. And Jesus asked him, saying, What is thy name? And he said, Legion, because many devils were entered into him. And they besought him that he would not command that they go into the deep. And there was a herd of many swine feeding on a mountain. And they besought him that he would suffer them to enter into them. And he suffered them. Then went the devils out of the man and entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently down a steep place into a lake. And they were choked. And that's good, because you can't eat that. That would be possessed meat. And then you could be possessed by those demons because you ate that meat. When they that fed them saw what was done, they fled, and went and told it in the city and in the country. Then they went out to see what was done, and came to Jesus, and found the man out of whom the devils were departed, sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. They also, which saw it, told them by the means that he was possessed of devils was healed. Then the whole multitude of the country of Gadarenes round about besought him to depart from them, for they were taken with great fear. And he went up into the ship and returned back again. So they had never seen a human that has this kind of power, and they were afraid what would happen to them if he decided to use that power against them, because they were not ready to receive the Messiah. Now the man out of whom the devils were departed besought that he might be with him, but Jesus sent him away, saying, Return to thy own house, and shew how great things God hath done unto thee. And he went his way, and published throughout the whole city how great things Jesus had done unto him. And it came to pass, when Jesus was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. So the good PR and the long-lasting, hey, he's definitely not doing bad things to this guy, gave him the hype. You know, it's true. Hype's not always false, right? To promote something is not always false. If it's, you know, if what you're promoting is truth in advertising, then, you know, he needed the faith, he needed the belief, and he needed those people to believe for the faith-based healing to work. Faith-based healing does have faith in the beginning portion of that. So without the faith portion of it, the healing part gets a little problematic. And if it got problematic that way for our Messiah, then of course it would be problematic for any one of us. Let's keep that in mind, in case you have any doctor's appointments or have to go do anything at any point. I hope you will join me tomorrow, friends, when we will pick up from here with verse 41, and then we'll take it to the end, which is verse 56. Until then, friends.